Now we're recording. This is July 4th, 2022. Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to all y'all. So this won't be a real long one today. But I wanted to record on July 4th. And just say happy 4th of July to you guys. Hope you're having fun with your families. Those of you that have worked jobs today or are working at the time of this recording, when you get home, thank you very much for working on the 4th of July so that the rest of us can enjoy it, and hope you have fun this evening watching fireworks. So today we're going to discuss freedom, because that is what the United States is all about. It's freedom. I don't care what some people want to muddle the water with. Freedom is what the United States is all about. So we're going to talk about a little bit about why it's important, how did we get to where we are, and without freedom, there is no success or achievement. We were built on the desire for freedom. A lot of the stuff I'm going to read that I wrote in my newsletter, basically to make sure I cover all the points I wanted to cover. So America was built on freedom. Freedom to speak, freedom to choose, freedom to worship, freedom to do just about anything we want to do that won't hurt somebody else. Thought I was going to throw that in there. Somebody already thought that. Anyway, America's laws have been designed, usually, to protect and preserve these freedoms, not take them away from us. Like in recent years, there's been the socialists and communists that have been planted in our government decades ago and have worked their way up to being voices that are heard, that are trying to take away our freedoms. A lot of things, I think, many of you, I shouldn't say many, some of you will disagree with, some of you won't disagree with. For instance, TSA, I will eliminate it. Why? Because it is an infringement on our liberties. It is not necessary, because they have machines that can detect all this stuff. And if people don't want to be x-rayed because, it might expose them in some stupid way, too bad. Don't fly. That's what I say. The machines can detect all of this stuff. It can detect chemical, liquid, paste, bombs, bomb materials, plastic guns. They can detect just about anything walking through the little x-ray device. So the TSA is really not needed. The hijackings that have been disastrous in the United States, such as 9/11, which was horrible, was the collaboration between people that worked for the airline, the ground crews, and others, so that they got the weapons and stuff on the plane through not going through checkpoints. So the TSA couldn't have done anything about that. So it's just the fact that those that want to turn us into a communist or socialistic type government or a totalitarian regime, this is right in their ballpark. And it's not a political party that's doing it. So whether you're Democrat or Republican or Independent, it's irrelevant. There are forces in all the parties, in all levels of government, in all levels of civic service that are working together to bring this about. So don't pick on a political party. Look at the actions of people that are in power, whether elected or assigned, picked to be in those positions. I would say that 90% of the judges, these judges that get in to their positions and think they're little gods, need to be eliminated, removed from office. Don't go there. Removed from office. So anyway, that's what I meant to say. So they need to be removed from office and put people in that are truly objective. Objective means you have to take the person, the judge, you have to take you, the judge, out of it and listen to both parties. This is what jury trials are all about. That's why there are 12 people, so that you can get different perspectives and come up with a consensus of opinion that hopefully is as close to the truth as you can get it. A judge, on the other hand, has to look at the facts, decide within the law what is or what is not right and make a determination. Being objective takes a special kind of person. Most of us are subjective. We think our way is right way. Well, baloney. I don't even think my way is always the right way. I've learned over the years that people that say things like, it's my way or the highway, don't listen to them and don't be around them. They're morons, and they think they are it, and they're little demigods. So, when you try to look at what's going on in our society today, listen to opposing opinions. Read materials that, don't watch the media, but read materials that may give a different perspective than you're used to. Then look at your side. Read materials that are compatible with your perspective. Then you'll be able, number one, to communicate with people that are on the other side of an issue in a way that's, number one, palatable to them and shows that you understand their position, which for anybody with integrity will give them the desire to understand your position. Are y'all going to agree? Probably not. It's irrelevant. What's important is that each person understands the other person's position, respect them for that position. It's their opinion. This is America. It's not communist Russia or China where you do what I say or I'm going to kill you or I'm going to unfriend you or whatever the current vernacular is. Listen to the other person, not try to think up how you're going to rebut what they're saying. Listen to them. And so as we, as a society, start taking on this precept to listen to the other party, and they listen to us without butting in and trying to take over the conversation, but they respect and respond and reciprocate with the same integrity to listen to you as you listen to them, you will find that not only is there many times another alternative, probably not what either of you wanted in the first place, and not a compromise, an alternative that's much better than either of you have come up with your own way of thinking. So listen to other people. Be courteous. And since I'm a Christian, I'm going to say be Christ-like. Listen to opposing opinions. And those that have integrity, will listen to you. Perhaps y'all can come to a common ground on which you both agree, and that's good. Is that going to resolve the huge differences that you have? No. But it gives you a common form of reference within which you can communicate. So you don't want to, especially in a business dealings, man, when there's mergers and stuff like that, there are kind of egos that are going all over the place. But the companies were the chief negotiators and the CEOs and others that are part of the decision-making process stuck their egos to the side and listened to the other company's point of view and the acquiring company's point of view, or vice versa. They were able to come up with alternatives that were suitable for both companies, and the combined company was successful. Where you have these big egos getting away, it doesn't matter if it's a company, a family, church. I don't want to use church. It doesn't matter where it is. If you let your ego take over your reasoning, number one, you're wrong, and number two, the outcome is not going to be good. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, let's move on to the positive stuff. So, America was founded because they ran away from the tyranny of the monarchy. In today's society, the people that come to America are usually running away from socialism and communism and dictators, not monarchy, a dictator, who they think that they're little gods and they can control everything and they know what's best for everybody. No one person knows what's best for everybody. It takes a consensus, and in America, for the past decades and a couple hundred years, we've always worked on a consensus of opinion to do what's best for the majority, not one person. Not one person. One person may start a movement that makes sense to people, such as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and it becomes something that the populace says, wow, that makes sense. We need to get drunk drivers off the road. Duh. But it took that mom, who had a tragedy in her life, to get that thing rolling. And once it got rolling and people saw passion and reason, and they understood drunk drivers do not need to be on the road, period, that movement took off. So no matter what your position is on anything, first, remember you're in America. We all have our own opinions. We all basically want to do our own thing. That's why we're Americans. And we should be willing to accept other people that don't have the same opinion that we do, because we are Americans. See, I'm not getting religion into that. Some people go, oh, well, if you're a Christian, you're going to accept everybody. Well, not everybody's a Christian. I'm saying if you live in America or you have immigrated here, then you should take on our culture, not us take on your culture. Take on our culture. If you come here, legal or illegal, learn our language. Why? Because you're in America. If we went to Mexico, we would have to learn Spanish. If we went to Germany, we'd have to learn German. If we went to Italy, we'd have to learn Italian if we want to live there. So the people that wish to keep us as a populace divided use all of these things. Oh, we should have, just accept everybody's language and, making them learn our language. That's so tough on them. No, it's not. It's not tough. Our language is probably one of the easiest languages to learn. And if you don't believe me, go try to learn Chinese. I've been trying. I'm not doing too well. But anyway, then other languages, for the people that's born there, it's easy. But look at a language that is more universal, that is basically easier to understand. And don't ask me why, but I've heard other people say this, not from America. And they said there are confusing idioms that we have in America, like there is in any country. But basically, our language is simpler to learn than their language is, which I thought was interesting because, if you're from Italy, you're proud of your country and you're proud of your heritage and you're proud of your language. But for them to say, it's easier for us to learn English and be able to communicate with people in English than to try to continue on and just find people that talk like we do and create little clumps here wherever we live at, and we just hang around those people that think like we do and talk like we do. That's no way to grow, and you can't progress that way. All right, let me move on. I've got carried away. I apologize. So, I'd like to acknowledge our military. I was in the Navy. Our firefighters, police, EMTs, people that risk their lives to make sure the rest of us are safe. Man, I am so happy for these young guys and girls that goes into professions like police and EMTs and firefighters and the military, because now that I'm older, I'm not in the same physical condition I was when I was in my 20s when I was in the Navy. But I knew when I was in the Navy, I was there because I felt it was my responsibility to put in the years that I put in to protect the rest of the country that weren't fighting. And when I was in service, there weren't as many women then, but you think of your wives and parents, grandparents, sick, disabled, children. Those things were on my mind. I'm here standing in the gap to protect people that can't, because I'm young, I'm healthy, and I can do this. So I am so thankful for all those people I've named, and especially the military. So when you see somebody that's been in the military, just tell them thanks. Thanks. Thank you for being there. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great, fantastic 4th of July. Make this week extraordinary in some way. And see you next time.